another Doctor Who mobs tutorial. You may notice I'm wearing golden armor, and if you've seen my past tutorials, you may be able to guess why. Well, actually, you'll have seen the title of this video, so of course you can guess why. Today we'll be doing the CYBERLEADER, who, like Davros, is a boss. To spawn him, you need this advanced Cyberman conversion control, which can be traded from the villager. It's pretty expensive, but you know, Davros's was similar, so I think it makes sense. So yeah, just a little rundown. We spawn him, and he's got this gray boss bar, which I thought looks neat. He has a new head from the normal Cybermen. He does not convert villagers, and he's also not weak to gold armor. You can see him can go right up to him, and he is fine. He does have this Totem of Undying and a couple other perks. He's a little faster, I think. At least that's the intention, than a normal Cyberman. And I believe a little faster and maybe a little stronger. Okay, here we go. Yeah, the speed kind of makes up for him not being as strong. He's clearly not anywhere near as strong as a Cyberman. He has quite a bit of a resistance effect on him. It takes like 20 hits with this netherite sword, and I'm gonna die probably. Yeah, you can't even really outrun this guy because he's just so fast. But yeah, so he's got loads of health, quite a bit of it. If he doesn't have more than a Cyberman, well then he will. But you can see, once we get him to his dead state, he will actually respawn to the Totem of Undying. But as you can see, he spawns 10 Cybermen to help him out, and gives a little message, kind of like Davros. So yeah, clearly he's a lot faster than the other Cybermen, so that's his main advantage over them. But you can see they die pretty quickly to the gold armor, so if you have gold armor, you'll be in a good state when fighting this guy, because his minions will just die. But that's why I made there be a lot more of them than Davros spawns his minions, just to make up for the fact that you can easily defeat them with a load of gold armor. But yeah, overall, we've died like twice, and this guy's still got quite a bit of health. But you can see his minions are kind of easy to defeat. I could make him, like, spawn more powerful versions of normal Cybermen, maybe just to make it a little tougher. But, I mean, beyond that, I also just want to make him a lot stronger, too, just so that you can't defeat him so easily. Of course, you don't get anything when he dies, mostly because mob loot is turned off in the world at the moment, but yeah, I may make neat little rewards for defeating bosses like him and Davros. But yeah, that's really all there is to it, you know? He's very similar to Davros in that, you know, spawns his minions, his Totem of Undying, stuff like that. So how does this all work? Well, obviously it's very similar to Davros. I thought it was worth showing off again, though, because there is something I neglected to show in the Davros video, which is very essential. In fact, I used the Davros video when making this guide just to see how to do it, and problem is I forgot a step in that video, which is this command block here, which is very important. The boss bar won't work without it. So yeah, this time I'll actually go over everything. So just like with Davros, to start you need to create your boss bar, so you do /boss bar add CYBERLEADER, but it needs to have no capitals. And then you do the actual display name. That one was just the ID, and this one's the display name, so you can go ahead and do this one with capital C if you'd like. So yeah, just do something like that. So the next thing would be making the boss bar show up and then disappear when the CYBERLEADER dies. So we can start with right here. So this is just on repeat and always active, and what it says is execute if entity at ename equals CYBERLEADER. So when the CYBERLEADER spawns, you're going to run the command boss bar set CYBERLEADER players at A. And basically that just makes it visible to all players. And then this is basically the opposite, so we have execute unless entity CYBERLEADER. So when the CYBERLEADER dies, then you're going to run boss bar set CYBERLEADER players and no at A on the end. Just to obviously make that boss bar go away. What are these command blocks? These ones are just effect giving. So we have like speed, regeneration, water breathing, fire resistance, and resistance. So yeah, just making this guy a bit stronger. Again, I might make him even stronger because he does feel a teeny bit weak. We can move on to the actual spawning and the boss bar itself with this command block. This one's just executing unless there's already a cyber leader in the world, because we only want one at a time. If entity within their inventory has an iron ingot in their offhand called Advanced Cyberman Conversion Control. So yeah, that's basic stuff, just whether they're holding this in their offhand and whether there's not already a cyber leader in the world. Then it'll activate this, which will just clear from that exact same player that exact same item, one of that exact same item. Then it'll come over here and power this, and what this does is it actually summons the entity. So execute unless there's already a cyber leader. It will execute at a random player at R with that item in their inventory. So if multiple are trying to spawn it at once, it'll just spawn it at random. And it'll summon a husk with the tag of Cyber Leader Boss, the custom name Cyber Leader, hand items, a totem of undying, and then armor is just basic iron armor and a player head, and in this case I just said cyber_controller, and there happened to be a player with that name with the skin of cyber controller. So yeah, then we have these chain command blocks. We need them on chain, unconditional, always active. And what you want to do is execute store result, boss bar, cyber leader, max, run data get entity, at E, name equals cyber leader, tag equals cyber leader boss, limit equals 1, health. And what this does is it stores the result in the boss bar cyber leader, which is the max health when they get from the entity their health value, basically. So that stores it inside the boss bar. But little thing I forgot last time is you also need this command block here, which will be on repeat and always active. And this is basically the exact same command as that, just with a couple little differences. Execute store result, boss bar, cyber leader, and then you're going to change the max to value, so it's constantly storing the value. Run data get cyber leader's health. So same command basically, except with the word value in there, so that it's constantly updating the health value. And I forgot to mention that in my Davros video, but you do need to add that or else it won't obviously update the health. And then after this chain command block, we have this one, which is attribute cyber leader generic max health, base set 20. Just like with Davros, that's just a value you can change in order to give him more or less health. But as I said in that, the boss bar kind of has trouble keeping up with it, so it is a little buggy if you set it to anything other than the normal health of the husk, which would be 20. And then finally, we're just to give Cyber Leader instant damage in order to heal it all the way to 100%. Especially that's useful if you give it more hearts or like absorption hearts or anything like that. So yeah, that's the basics of the actual boss bar part of it. Now as for the summoning the minions, this is pretty much exactly the same as Davros, so what you want to do, execute unless the Cyber Leader has in its hand the Totem of Undying. So once the totem breaks, basically, you're going to activate this, and this will give them the damage effect in order to heal them all the way back again. And then right here, we have a little message, execute as the Cyber Leader, run, say, you belong to us, you will be like us. Basically just a Cyberman quote, right? And then here we just have executing at the Cyber Leader, run, summon, husk, Cyberman, blah blah blah, because this is basically just the exact same command to summon the Cyberman as in the Cyberman video. And it's just ironic that his name happens to be called Cyber Leader of the head that he used for the normal Cyberman. But yeah, that's just the same summon command, so I won't really go over it. And I just have that about 10 times, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, yep. 10, just because I thought he needs to be a little more tough. Just because the Cybermen themselves, they have a lot of health, but otherwise they're not amazingly tough. Especially if the gold armor, you're going to do really well. So yeah, You could make the Cybermen stronger, you could give it like a new variant of Cybermen that wear like stronger armor or are immune to gold armor or something. But yeah, there's a lot of options that you could do to make this guy stronger than your average Cyberman, both the leader himself and his minions. And let's just see the battle one more time. Alright, my gold armor's a little bit damaged, but let's go. Oh no. Yeah, as you can see, the leader on his own doesn't do a ton of damage, unfortunately. That's something I should probably change. The speed kind of makes up for it, but I could make him faster, give him more attack damage with like a strength effect. That's all up to you, ultimately, if you want to do it or not. I probably will. But as you can see, once you get him to half is when he gets a little tougher, especially if you don't have your gold armor, like I said. So yeah. Oh, look at that! Even after I died, I was still able to kill all the Cybermen just by virtue of wearing my gold armor. Oh, not all of them, I guess, but that's okay. Yeah, so yeah, I probably need to make, at least for the sake of these Cybermen, make them immune to gold armor. Or just in general, I can make the gold armor effect on the Cybermen a bit weaker. That might be nice, but yeah, I think this guy's a pretty fun little boss. Definitely needs some work to make him tougher, like I said, but overall, he's not half bad. And he's nearly dead. And there we go. I only died like 3 times and broke my helmet, but yeah, that's really all there is to it. This has been my video on the CYBERLEADER. Like I said, he's not as strong as he probably should be, but that can be easily fixed. But yeah, I mean, that's really all there is to it. I've been Tibo2. Be sure to subscribe, to follow my Instagram, Tibo2IT, to follow my Twitter, which is also Tibo2IT, to join my Discord, and lastly, to have a nice day. Goodbye.